Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy 2026. This is the first stream of the new year on my channel. Absolutely wild. I hope you guys are doing well. While everybody is hopping in, let me run my disclaimer and I'll be right back. So tell me everything. How are your holidays? Did you have quiet? Were you able to connect with family or friends? Did you cook? What did you do? Tell me everything. And I hope you guys are doing well. And we have a lot to talk about today. I don't know if you can hear Gavin practicing the trombone in the garage. If you can hear that, let me know. I don't think you can, but he's practicing, so I don't care. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I've had, you know how you have a hoodie for a very long time? It's that hoodie. This is the one right here. I just love it. So thank you. Okay. You can't hear it. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm glad you can't hear the trombone, but maybe I can record some or something if he's comfortable sharing that. Ooh, just made supper, cheese tortellini. That sounds incredible. I have, deadlifting 235. Okay, Stephanie. Yes, queen. We love a strong queen. I love that you got into powerlifting. I think that's cool. I think that's awesome. Okay, I was gonna tell you guys something. Oh, I've got a pozole in the crock pot, and I can't wait to have it after this. Yeah, he's in the garage because otherwise I'll hear it everywhere in the house. So he's got his little setup out there. He's happy. He's happy out there. Yeah, that deadlift is amazing. Did you post a video of that, Stephanie? If so, I need to go check it out. Oh, the purple. Thank you. I got my hair cut. This is the first time in I don't know how long that I've done my hair because I was recovering from the flu that I developed and symptoms presented, if you will, December 31st. So I woke up New Year's Eve and was like, ooh, no, we don't feel good. We did not feel good. And yesterday was my first day back to the gym. I kind of treated it like a deload. So I did half of the sets, half of the weight, and just kind of wanted to move my body a little bit because I was feeling better. So today I feel a lot better. Yeah. It was not a good time. It was rough. So anybody out there that's sick, I hope you recover quickly. We're trying a new recipe, barbecued lentils over sweet potatoes. That sounds incredible. I love lentils. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I switched my days at work this year and catching my first live from the beginning in forever. Oh my God, Holly, that's amazing. I love that. Fighting the flu stuff here. Hope you feel better, Lady Miter Saw. That's awful. But I'm glad you're feeling better. The flu. I saw a TikTok video not that long ago, and it was, I can't remember if they were a nurse or a physician, or maybe, I think it was two of them. So maybe it was the doctor, maybe it was the nurse with them or whatever. Anyways, they were like, chances are if you're sick, it's the flu. So yeah. Oh, Alicia, take care of yourself. Is it Alicia or Alicia? I'm making copycat grilled cheese burritos from Taco Bell. I love that. Okay, let's get our pour in because I've been waiting to have this with you guys. So if you're a member, you have a special bubbles emote. I do need to make some new ones. I haven't had the chance to do it, honestly. Let me move this mic away from my keyboard. Okay, and let's do this. Yeah, it's a bad year for the flu. The pour is where it's at, though. So it's probably loud in the mic. I apologize. All right, here we go. Okay. Did I spill some on my pants? Yes. Is it okay? Absolutely. Cheers, everybody. That was the best sound. It gave you chills? Ooh. I tried to really hold it closer to the mic, so. The open was a 7, though. That's some progress, because it hasn't been that great. Okay, let's get into this. Now, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bees, and I'm a certified personal trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and I was in multi-level marketing for 13 and a half years, unfortunately. And now I expose all the tactics. I expose unethical influencers, wellness grifters, flat out misinformation from the health and wellness space within my scope, of course. And it's a good time over here. So if you're new, welcome. And if you want to stick around and subscribe, that would be amazing. Drop a comment if you would like to, and like the video if you guys haven't already. It had waves of sound. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so today we have a doozy. I have to give a big thank you to DC, because I was watching this on DC's channel and was writing in the comments, particularly around the part where she starts talking about Primal Queen. Now, if you have not watched my Primal Queen sketchy supplements video, you should, because I go into the ingredients, I go into all of the details. It is a deep dive into that supplement and the marketing and all of that stuff. So I asked DC, friend, would you be okay if I cover this too? Because one, it's Jennie Elizabeth. Jennie and I were in the Empire, which was a team in Pruvit, if you didn't know that. And she's somebody that I personally knew while I was in multi-level marketing. So she's now in Amare. And DC was like, yeah, Erin, cover it. I would love that. She'd sent it to me within seconds. And I was like, thank you, my friend. So please, if you would, support DC. I have the video and I have her channel linked in the video description. If you want to go and subscribe, if you want to go and watch the video, which I highly suggest. And DC, thank you so much for everything that you do. She makes my thumbnails, and she also does the shorts, all the editing on the shorts. So if you're looking to hire somebody to do those things for you, DC is the person I would suggest. So thank you, my friend. Okay, I want to be super clear on what we're doing here. This is not a personal attack, although I'm sure Jennie Elizabeth is going to take it that way. I'm not here to attack somebody for, leaving one MLM and joining another. I would hope that she would get out of MLM altogether. I hope everybody gets out of MLM altogether. I get it. I've been there. I was a part of 6 companies over 13 and a half years. However, what I am here to do is respond to claims that are made publicly about supplements, hormones, period pain, mood, and of course, income, because those claims affect real people. And quite frankly, that pisses me off. So before we start, again, thank you, DC. I appreciate you. She's amazing. I think I already talked about the Primal Queen thing. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Because I feel like I'm missing something, but it'll come to me. Okay. I guess let's just get into the video. What do you think? All right, let's do it. This is Jennie Elizabeth. And Jennie Elizabeth, I think I already told you, she's a part of Pruvit. We were on the same team. Let me get my headphones. I really feel like I'm missing something. But it'll show back up here in a second. We are going to cover the income disclosure statement, although I did already link it in the video description so that you can check it out. And shocker, it looks like many other MLM companies' income disclosure statements. Isn't that a shock? Yeah, not really. Let's hear what Jennie Elizabeth has to say.
Instagram, I'm in the car. I even went on TikTok and sold them.
Hold on. First of all, I jumped ahead. Second of all, I don't have the right setting. Thank you. Okay. I'm rusty, guys. It's been a while since I've gone live. I'm a little rusty. I apologize. Okay, now let's hear what Jennie Elizabeth has to say.
Instagram, I'm in the car. And we're going to go over why I switched. Some major things. Some major reasons. As you watching the replay, put a number 1 into the comments. And if you are live, say hi so I can say hi to you. This is my natural GLP-1.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? Because no, it's not. A natural GLP-1. DC sent this to me yesterday, and within these first 10 seconds, I was rioting. Sorry about that, DC. I was rioting through text messages. Okay, what is GLP-1? It's a hormone that your body naturally produces in response to food. You can't take GLP-1 in a capsule form. You can't. That's not a thing. It's not how hormones work. I was getting a little tickle in my throat. I apologize. Some supplements claim that they can support GLP-1 signaling, which is very different from being GLP-1 and very different from prescription GLP-1 medications. Very, very different. Using the phrase, as we see from multi-level marketing reps and companies, that it's a natural GLP-1, what you are doing, Jennie, and anybody else using these types of terms to pitch their MLM product, is you are borrowing credibility from medical treatment without actually being medical treatment. It is disgusting. And that matters because people associate GLP-1 with weight loss drugs and metabolic care. Words matter, period. Oh, I hate it.
So, in case you do not know, I switched to a new company in January of last year. Good morning, Mindy. Just finishing my happy juice. And, wild, a lot of people never ask me why I switched. I don't get asked this question.
I mean, probably because we know what's happening with Pruvit. I've covered it plenty on my channel. And if you're like, wait, what? I have a whole Pruvit playlist. If you're looking, by the way, if you're looking for a specific company on my channel, look through the playlists. I try to organize everything by company. So if you're looking for something specific, check those out. So people probably didn't ask because the writing is on the wall with Pruvit. So
I've seen a lot of people do lives like, people are asking me why I switched. I'm like, nobody asks me that, so that's okay.
What are you trying to imply there, Jennie? What do y'all think she means by that? Let me know in the comments. My God. DC member for 44 months. That's amazing. Good luck with that oral GLP-1 surviving your digestive tract, Miss Ma'am. We don't care why you switched. Also, 44 months. Let's go. Yeah, I wish we had universal healthcare. It would give less incentive to scam, I'd hope. Yeah. I'm not getting the attention that I want. Wow.
I have our compensation plan in front of us because that's the real reason I switched. Well,
oh, right. And that's the real reason you're doing this live, right, Jennie, is you want to try and recruit people into Amare. That's the truth, right? That's why you're planting that recruiting seed here at the beginning. Yeah, cool. Got it.
Let's be honest. I've had a really painful period my entire life.
Okay.
Crazy to say my menstrual cycle is the reason I switched, but I would be lying to you if I said that that wasn't one of the major things that changed for me. So back last October, I started drinking Happy Juice, and
hold on a second. I don't know when this live was done. We have two separate time frames. She says last October. I'm assuming this was done in 2025. So I'm going to assume that if that's the case, that means she started drinking them in October of 2024. Now, did she tell people that she was drinking Happy Juice in addition to shilling Pruvit's ketones? I don't know. I think that she probably, if I had to guess, she probably was promoting Pruvit ketones and weight loss and whatever level up type program. I can't remember what it was called. She had some kind of a program. And it's going to bother me that I can't remember that. While she was taking Happy Juice, and I bet she didn't tell anybody, is what I'm trying to say. I bet she was quietly taking the product. I could be wrong, though. If I am, let me know in the comments.
Other product.
Okay, this was from November 2025. Thanks, DC. So yes, so she started drinking Happy Juice in October, and she was drinking it all through the last quarter of 2024. And then she said she joined Amare in January of 2025. Okay, got it. Thank you.
An omega-3 blend at night. Make sure you guys say hi. Ron? Like the nurse Ron? Stop.
Huh?
No. That can't be like Nurse Ron. You know, if that is Nurse Ron, I'm gonna freaking lose my shit.
Who's Nurse Ron?
I just took that pill with not enough liquid. If that's him, I'm gonna lose my shit. When I was a nurse, he was a nurse in the ER.
We'll get to that a little bit later. I'm gonna wait.
That.
Just know that there's I don't want to say a plot twist, but definitely some information that she is leaving out that is kind of important.
Hi.
Happy 2026. Sex Coach Heather, what is up? Member for 2 months. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I started drinking Happy Juice last October. Thank you. I feel really amazing. And I had my first pain-free period of my life in October. And then I also lost a bunch of inches and I was feeling amazing. And I was like, I can't drink this anymore. I literally can't take any of this anymore. I feel like a liar and a fraud because I was selling a weight loss supplement and I was doing a...
I'm sorry. I thought Pruvit ketones weren't for weight loss. Oh, wait. Whoopsies.
Weight loss program at the time and selling people on that. And I lost a bunch of inches and weight from something completely different. So I was like, I can't drink this anymore. So I drank it for 27 days and I literally didn't order again. I was like, nope, can't do that. That's lying to people. I can turn the car off. The air's not even on. So then what happened was I was also taking these Primal Queen pills. And if you know what they're like meat, they're like organs in a pill. And one of the things that it said is after taking it for like 12 months, your period pain would decrease. And that's the only reason I started taking them is because I was like, if I can get a pain-free period, I'm 100%
in. We have a lot to unpack. First of all, period pain is real. Please go see an OBGYN. If you are having period pain, please go get checked out. She is starting with an emotional backstory, an emotional story. And I don't want to come across as negating her experience. Her experience is real. It's valid, especially, with her period and period pain. Her feelings are real, but her experience is not evidence that these products do what these people claim that they do. Long-term struggles with weight, mood, or health are exactly what supplement marketing targets. That is what she's doing here. Especially in multi-level marketing companies where personal stories replace any kind of scientific data to prove or disprove that the products do or don't do what they claim. It's just, I hate this because there are so many people that suffer from period pain. Severe, lifelong period pain is a medical issue. Supplements are not treatment for chronic period pain, problems with your period, things of that nature. Conditions like endometriosis require an evaluation by an OBGYN. And let me just be really clear. I am not diagnosing anybody. I'm not qualified to do that. That is way outside of my scope. I am saying that marketing supplements as solutions for severe period pain is not evidence-based, and it's extremely misleading, and it is extremely unethical. And I don't know if you caught it just a few minutes ago, but she said she used to be a nurse. We're going to talk about that shortly, but there's a special place on my channel for people that used to be in the medical field that are throwing their credentials or mentioning their credentials and trying to endorse a medical treatment for a product that is a proprietary blend and has no scientific evidence to show that that is true, that the claims are true. It is unethical, it is disgusting, and it makes me want to riot, and I hate it so much. And I know you guys do too. So, in fact, you know what? Let's just talk about her credentials really quick. Let's just address that, okay? This conversation I learned from the Nurse Hannah video that I did tends to make people defensive, and that is not my goal here. We're going to have a conversation between LPNs and RNs, the differences. And this tends to bring up a lot of emotions, okay? LPNs and RNs are both in the nursing field. They both have nursing roles within the medical field. This is not about hierarchy or who works harder or who works better or who is more important. Both of those careers are extremely important. So shout out to all of the nurses. Y'all are incredible. This is about licensure and accuracy of language, especially when someone is using medical or hormone-related language to promote supplements, as Jennie is doing. Now, did she say, oh, I'm a former nurse, you should take this product? No, she was a little bit more clever about it. I used to be a nurse. She has in the past talked about retiring from nursing. And from what I know, Jennie has completed her LPN coursework, but she did not pass the NCLEX. Without passing the NCLEX, there is no nursing license. And without a license, someone is not a practicing nurse. When people think nurse, a lot of times they think of an RN. And an LPN and an RN have different levels of education. Their responsibilities overlap in some ways, but they are very different. So when someone says something like they retired from nursing, that phrase has a very specific meaning. It implies prior licensure, in my opinion. And you can't retire from a licensure that you never had, that never existed. And this isn't about disrespect. That's not my goal here. This is about clarity. When someone talks about hormones, as she is getting ready to do, GLP-1, gut health, or period pain, and viewers believe that that person has a medical background, credibility automatically increases. And that is why language matters. This kind of vague wording is extremely common in multi-level marketing and in wellness spaces in general. It's letting the audience fill in the gaps for themselves instead of being fully transparent and honest. Okay, so to clear this up, she says or has said in the past that she retired from nursing to be a part of Pruvit full-time, essentially. So, yeah. Also, I think it's gross when nurses join wellness MLMs because people will trust her. Exactly. And that's the part that I cannot stand. Okay, let's hear what else she has to say. Oh, hey, Mia.
I'm getting your gloves and your
Oh, okay.
hair bowl.
Okay.
So fast forward, I take them in October. I start them on the same exact day that I start Happy Juice, and I continue to take them. I take them in October. Yeah, I took them in October, I took them in November, and I took them in December. I took them in all of those months. But I only took them in December up until my period. Because I had a pain-free period in October, I had a pain-free period in November. I was like, it's the organ pills. Oh my gosh, I finally found my answer. I was so excited. I even went on TikTok and sold them. Like, I was like, more people have to know about this. So I started selling the TikTok Primal Queen pills on TikTok. Like, this helped my period. I was so excited about it. Well, December came around and I got my period and it was painful again. And I was like, I literally was like, oh shit. It wasn't the Primal Queen pills. It was the Happy Juice. I was shocked.
What? Okay, before I get into all that. Coco Dinosaurs, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Medicine needs to take our pain seriously. Facts. And medical gaslighting is out of control. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, hi, Mia.
And the brush.
It's in the basket under my counter where
Oh, it's in it.
where I keep the hair dryer and the flat iron.
I just looked, I don't see it.
Sorry, parenting. She's dyeing her friend's hair and her friend is dyeing her hair. So she's looking for my little mixing bowl and brush. Did you find it?
Yeah, it was stuck behind your cotton pads, like underneath it. That's what it's.
Oh, okay. All right.
'Cause I was like,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Have fun. I'll be out in a while. Okay, so she says that she drank happy juice for 27. Was it happy juice or was it she drank happy juice and also was taking the Primal Queen supplements? I got a little confused because her story kind of shifted there. 27 days is not evidence of anything. Short-term changes in weight or measurements can come from water shifts, sodium, carbs, digestion, stress, sleep, or simply eating a little differently. And a lot of times when somebody has a goal for weight loss or losing inches or things of that nature, they are subconsciously changing something in their normal eating routines. I'll say it that way. And this is where I think the business context matters. When most people in an MLM are not making money, testimonials become the main sales tool. And that's why short-term untracked changes get framed as proof. Let's think about this. Let's zoom out just a little bit more. Why do you think that these companies use and these reps use Facebook groups and it's full of nothing but testimonials? Because the testimonials do the heavy lifting. The testimonials from these people that have taken these products for short term, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's fixed my my eczema or whatever." That's because they don't have scientific evidence to show that the products do what they claim that it does. If they did, they would lead with that. Hey, here's the study. Oh, you need help interpreting it? Let's go through it. I'm going to go live. Let's talk about this. Here's what's in it. Here's the fully transparent ingredient label. And here's the studies, third party controls are in place, peer reviewed, all of that stuff. Here you go. Here's the links to all of it so that you can, go through it yourself. No, they would never do that. And so they have to let the testimonials do the heavy lifting. So when we hear stories like this, her experience is valid, of course, but she's telling you that story to try and take advantage of other people that can relate to the same kind of things, thinking that Amare is in their happy juice is going to help them with period pain. There's no scientific evidence that shows that that is the case with Amare. And we'll get into that a little bit later. God, I hate it. I hate it. Can we talk about Primal Queen really quick? Oh, man. I love this, K. Marie. Storytime testimonials build trust, even if they are a hill of lies. Know what fixed my eczema? Hydrocortisone cream. Over the counter. No MLM required. Also, hey, Brandy. Yeah, wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, let's talk about Primal Queen. I've already mentioned it, but I have the Primal Queen video and the Sketchy Supplements video listed in the video description. I feel like I said video a whole lot there. Primal Queen markets freeze-dried beef organs, and they turn them into supplements. They turn them into capsules using language around hormones, cycle health, cramps, fertility, and supporting the female body. And on the surface, that sounds intuitive. Maybe it sounds ancient or it sounds natural to some people. It sounds like something we've been missing because modern medicine supposedly ruined everything, right? That's sarcasm, by the way. That is how they are marketing these products to people. There are, and I'm going to say this with my entire chest, and I'm going to say it disrespectfully. Like, I mean this with all disrespect. There are no high-quality human clinical trials showing that consuming dried organ capsules treats period pain, regulates hormones, or improves menstrual symptoms. None. Zero. So what you get instead are testimonials like this, or testimonials that you'll see on their website from people that have purchased it. You get these stories. And a lot of this, this worked for me type stories, how do I want to word this? They don't add any checks and balances in for other things that could have contributed to changes at the same time. So in this case, we already know multiple things changed at once. She was talking about Amare Happy Juice, and she was taking these beef organ supplements from Primal Queen. She also changed her mindset, her routine, and her expectations because she started taking those for some reason, right? That alone makes it impossible to isolate cause and effect. There's too many variables. So this is exactly why I covered Primal Queen in my sketchy supplement series. Excuse me. And why I will continue to cover sketchy supplements, which, by the way, can we talk about something really quick? Have y'all heard about the Mel Robbins selling a protein supplement now that she allegedly co-founded? I just need to know if y'all have heard about that, because I'm currently working on a deep dive on Mel Robbins and specifically this product called, what is it called? Something Pure Genius Shot. I need to know if y'all are dialed in on that or not. It is wild. Let me just tell you. So apparently Mel Robbins co-founded, this is going to go, I think this is going to go in my sketchy supplement series and also my unethical influencer. So I'm trying to figure out which direction this needs to go. But apparently she co-founded, or allegedly, I'll say it that way, she co-founded a protein shot that's like 3 ounces or something like that. And we're going to talk about it. Yeah, the lack of transparency, the information that I have discovered. Oh, a Mel Robbins video is coming. You can count on that. It's already in work. I already have notes, and I'm already into the research. Will it be out next Monday, like I told the members the other day that it probably would be? No, because I discovered more information, which is making me dig a little deeper, So that's going to be the next deep dive. So prepare for that. Research queen. It is a lot. So bear with me on that, but that is coming. And I don't remember why I was telling you guys that. I think it probably has something to do with the Primal Queen. But let's get back to Primal Queen. Because when a product uses ancestral language like Primal Queen does to imply hormone regulation, it creates a medical implication without medical evidence. Saying something supports hormones sounds harmless, but hormones are not a wellness accessory. They're a tightly regulated system within your body, and organ supplements don't magically know where to go in the body. It's weird. By the way, did y'all know that Kelsey Ray called me weird? And my response was like, okay, I'm weird. And I wonder how she felt about that. Interesting. Anyways, eating dried ovary does not target your ovaries. Eating liver does not fix your liver. That is not how digestion works. Proteins get broken down into amino acids. They do not arrive intact at the organ they're named after. This is where I feel like Primal Queen's marketing gets a little slippery, as if the rest of it isn't sketchy in my opinion, but okay. Primal Queen doesn't need to say that this treats period pain. Why is that? Because all they have to do is surround the product with enough stories about cramps and cycles and hormones. And what do people do when they hear that? They draw the conclusion themselves. Much like what people are doing when they hear Jennie say, oh, I used to work with so-and-so as a nurse. The language matters. So when Jennie says that she thought Primal Queen was helping her periods and then later says, well, maybe it wasn't, that actually makes perfect sense. Not because she's lying necessarily, but because there was never evidence to begin with. And again, if you want the full breakdown on Primal Queen, what? Primal Queen, ingredients, claim by claim, marketing tactics, all of that. It's in that video. And again, in the video description, sketchy supplement series. You should watch it after this. Yeah, she called me weird. And I think it's so funny because when is that an insult? Aren't we all a little weird? I think so. Primal cream. I don't know what I was saying. Okay. All right. Let's hear what else she has to say.
I was shocked, literally shocked. I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I can't continue to take that. I lost so many inches taking it for 27 days. I was like, I can't.
Oh, really? How many inches? And also something I forgot to mention, and I'm sorry to pause it so soon, but if she used to be a nurse, I'm sure she's familiar with the placebo effect. I'm sure she's somewhat familiar with how important evidence and research is when it comes to making claims, right? Why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I'm going to test this? And maybe she thinks 27 days is enough to come up with some sort of an outcome from taking these products. I don't know. I would think that somebody in the medical field would do the research on the products before they brought it to their audience. I mean, maybe that's wishful thinking on my part, I guess. I don't know.
Continue to take that and sell something different. Like, I can't do that. So that's the first reason. And then I searched into a bunch of different compensation plans. I looked into a whole bunch of different stuff, like travel MLMs. And I knew I wanted to do MLM again, but I was like, maybe if I go completely in a different direction, financial stuff, investing. I looked into a whole bunch of other stuff that's more like my personality, if you know my personality.
Financial stuff. Interesting. I just recorded a financial MLM video today. So that'll be out for everybody on Friday and for members. If you've been wondering what are the benefits of becoming a member, we have a Discord depending on what level you join. We have early release videos, members only live streams. I get really great feedback about people, being happy with the different benefits of becoming a member. So click the join button if you'd like to become a member. I normally do a members only after party after the streams, but I didn't want to commit to too much because I wasn't sure exactly how I would be feeling coming off of getting the flu. So if you ever thought about it, become a member, you're willing and able to do so, we would love to have you. It's a lot of fun.
And everything, Amare's comp plan was better than all of them. And I was like,
wait, are you talking about Primal Queen? Guys, they put a little mint, I think it's a heart, to mask the smell of the supplements. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. For Primal Queen. Oh my God, absolutely not. Oh God, awful. Awful. Ugh.
Shit. I love the products and their comp plan is comping. So those are the reasons I switched. It was because of my period. And then the things that I saw inside of this comp plan. So,
okay, now we're going to get into the comp plan. Okay, before we do, I feel like this is a really important part of her video where she is admitting that she was drinking Happy Juice and Primal Queen at the same time. That alone, I feel like, invalidates any attempt to credit one product over the other. You can't establish causation when you change multiple variables all at once. And that's not opinion, that's basic logic when we're talking about supplements and your health and things of that nature. Oh my God. Also, pain fluctuates from cycle to cycle. Changing conclusions based on one painful month is not evidence. That's consistent with placebo and I want to say an expectation bias. She was expecting this to help her. I don't know. I don't know if that's an expectation bias really, because She started taking it because she was expecting it to help her, but then it didn't give her the results. And she's like, oh, it must be Amare. And I just don't think that's how that works. And this is exactly why testimonials should not be treated as proof from the consumer. Oh, God, it was actually Amare all along, was it? Or are you just trying to double back to make it make sense because you were saying that it was Primal Queen, but it was really Amare, and now you're selling Amare? And you see what I did there, or what she did there, I should say. There's no baseline data. There's no elimination phase. There's no controlled comparison. A year of use of Amare products does not suddenly create evidence. The story just updates because she is attempting to match the product being sold. She's changing her story to make it match what she is selling now, while also trying to make it seem like, oopsies, I'm not perfect, guys, but it was actually Amare, was it? Show me the scientific evidence that Amare helps with period pain, because it doesn't exist. It's not a thing. And we know that because we've talked about Amare a whole lot on this channel, and other creators have as well. This distinction matters. And here's why. Speaking of Amare and their studies, Amare, let me back up. Ingredient studies are not product studies. And Amare themselves state that it's not necessarily a relationship between the ingredient research and product outcomes. That disclaimer from Amare exists because supplements are not required to prove efficacy before being sold. I've talked about this a whole lot on my channel. There are many MLM companies and also supplement companies that will use proprietary blends, and they'll say, there's this research on this ingredient, and it has very specific parameters on that study. They took it for a specific amount of time. They took a certain amount, and there were established controls. And there was testing that was done to monitor the progress or lack thereof. That being said, many MLM companies and supplement companies that have a product that uses a proprietary blend will say, see, in our proprietary blend, we have this ingredient, and see, there's this study on this ingredient. So that makes it, hey, our product does this as well. You can't borrow the scientific evidence from a study and say, oh, samesies over here because we have a sprinkling of that ingredient in our blend. That's not how science works. And that's what these companies are doing. Oh, I hate it here. Okay, let's get back to her video because I have been talking a whole lot. I've missed you guys.
I'm going to go over them with you. And when I look at comp plans, I don't look at them for myself. I look at them for the person that does this a quarter of the time. Not full-time, not part-time, a quarter of the time. And if that person can reap rewards, then that's the comp plan I want to go with. And so one of the really big things that I was looking for is it's called all or nothing mindset. And a lot of comp plans are set up for all or nothing mindset. So it's like either you complete it all the way or you don't get, and you get the prize, whatever it is, or you get halfway there and you get nothing. You get 1 point away and you get nothing. Like, I didn't want that type of comp plan again. I wanted something that in multiple different areas, they had tiered ability to earn stuff. If that makes sense, just do me a favor, let me know.
Okay, so she's now admitted the real reason that she switched from Pruvit to Amare is because of the comp plan, but their income disclosure statement is quite fascinating. I do have it linked in the video description below. Excuse me, above. Girl, get it together. Oh man, let's talk about the income disclosure statement, because the average income for all qualifying members is $538 per month, according to the IDS that I pulled from their website. But when you include all active members, including those who earned nothing, the average drops to about $71 per month. Now, isn't that interesting? That alone should put testimonials into perspective for people. $71 from 538. That's wild. And that's annual before expenses.
So one of the very first things on here, first off, 7 ways to earn income, and I'll go over them later, but the fast start bonus is number 1. I'm literally reading off the comp plan because I don't want to get anything wrong. I did a Zoom yesterday and I got like 3 things wrong and I was like,
hey, Jenny, here's a suggestion for your next video. Why don't you cover the IDS, where on it says that about 86% of members are brand partners, averaging around $25 per month. Or you could mention that 0.65% reach, only 0.65% reach silver, averaging about $11.79 per month. Or you could mention that 0.14% reach platinum, averaging about $3,100 per month. Or maybe you could even say 0.02% are executive leaders, averaging just over $9,000 per month. And nearly 59% of people who earned commissions made between a penny and $200 per month. And that's before expenses. That's before any purchase of Happy Juice, any events, any apps or websites that they have to pay for. So when someone casually says, as she's going to here shortly, that someone can basically make $1,000 a month, that's not the typical experience. And what is the source on that? Well, their own income disclosure statement. It's a very small slice of the company that is going to be making that $1,000. So try again.
Just not the best with numbers. So I'm reading off a paper because you can't go wrong when you read it straight from the source, right? So the fast start bonus is one of the reasons that I switched. So fast start bonus is something that you can do every single month, and it's the same every single month. So the new person has the same fast start bonus as the person that has been in business for 8 months. It's all the same. There's not like a new thing just for new people and then an old thing just for old people. Like, it's one thing every month, consistently, the same thing over and over and over and over.
I'm pretty sure that Pruvit had the same thing. I think it was MVP and GoPro and All-Star, and then they changed it. I think it was Go MVP and Go All-Star. GoPro, Go MVP, Go All-Star. Pretty sure you had to get new customers. You had to have a certain amount of volume. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in Pruvit. Maybe the numbers are different. I'm sure they are, but
and over again. So it's called the fast start bonus, and it's broken up into 3 different parts. This was huge for me.
Okay, a fast start bonus is typically in these companies, at least it has been in the past, where you're within your, first 90 days, first 120 or 180 days. Usually it's 90 to 120. And it's elevated bonuses for getting customers and recruiting people into the company. So you're getting elevated bonuses as you're just getting started. And then after that period ends, you go back to your regular commission. So in my opinion, it's meant to, oh man, we made a little bit of money, so let's stick around. And then all of a sudden that fast start bonus period stops and you see a drastic decrease in your income and you're like, wait, what just happened? Fast start. So that's what that is.
If anybody is interested at any point in time in asking me more questions about the comp plan, I will gladly answer any of them for you. I asked 1,050 questions before I joined this company, and I am available to do that with you if you want to.
Did you ask about the IDS? No?
Do that. So it's broken into 3 different sections. The first one is selling a product the 1st through the 15th, and you'll get a free product credit that you can use on your next order. Love this. It's completely free. And I bet that product credit goes on your 1099 that you're paying taxes on if you're in the United States. But do go on, Jenny. You just add it onto your order and it's 100% free. So you can earn 1 free product credit every single month by selling to somebody the 1st through the 15th, a new customer. These are new customers, okay? I need water. Does anybody have Josh's number and text him, bring Jenny water? Anybody? Nobody. The second part of the bonus is when you add 2 more customers, so that's the first customer, when you add 2 more customers, you'll get something called 3andMe. That 3andMe bonus is $100. So you get a free product for one person, you get $100 for 3 people. Then you add 2 more people and you
What's the me part of 3andMe? Is that a personal consumption order? Do you have to have an auto ship?
get $300. So you get a free product credit. The one that I get is like $80 every single month. Then you get $100, then you get $300, and then the commissions on first time orders are 20%. So let's say that you're doing Happy Juice. The Happy Juice comes down to 100 points that you earn for Happy Juice, and this reoccurs over and over again in this comp plan because Happy Juice is the example I like to use. So when somebody uses Happy Juice, it's 100 points that goes towards your business. That's the way it's programmed. Off 100 points, you make 20%. So that's $20. $20. That's what you make off that. So for your first customer that you get with the free product, you also make $20. For the second person, for the second and third person that you got that $100 bonus with, you also make an additional $40 off them. 20, 40, 60. So now it's $60. And then those last 2 people, when you get Focus on 5, when you earn that $300 bonus, you're now getting an additional $40 because of the $20 commission. Does that make sense? You just see and more, your profile picture is stunning. Stunning, literally stunning. Okay, so that's the Focus on 5. It's broken up into 3 different parts. So I have a lot of people in our organization that just earn the free product credit. Then there's another chunk of people that earn the 3andMe. Then there's another chunk of people that earn the Focus on 5. But it's broken up into 5.
I feel like I have to look up this 3andMe because I need to know the me part of it. I'm going to play the video, but I have to look this up.
Different sections so that if you get 1 new customer, you get something. If you get 3 new customers, you get something. And when you get 5 new customers, you get something. And I really love that because the person that is doing this a quarter of the time, and I despise talking to friends and family to join you in business, despise it. So they're using social media and social.
Yeah, you don't have to because you just brought over people from Pruvit. I despise telling friends and family about it. Well, you didn't have to because you retired from nursing, right? And you took Pruvit full time, and then Jesse Lee allegedly built you to a certain extent. And you just brought all those people, or the majority of them, over to Amare. Just be truthful about it, Jenny. Dang.
Media is all organic. And so for somebody that does this very, 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 very quarter time, not even part-time. I hate saying part-time because my part-timers are doing it part-time. My quarter-timers are moms. They work full-time. Some of them, most of them are single moms. They're providing for their house. Like, they don't have part-time hours to do this. They have quarter-time hours to do this. So they're getting rewarded for that 1 or those 3 customers. Not all of them get the 5 customers every single month. And I really love that. Okay, the next thing that I love about this comp plan, and one of the reasons that I was drawn towards it, is the free product that you get every single month. So free product is broken into 2 sections. The first one is that product credit that you get for the Focus on, for that power of 1 that you get the 1st to the 15th. The second part of the free product.
Does she think people are comprehending this as she's talking about it? She can't possibly think that, right?
Product is part of the comp plan. So based on the rank that you are, determines how much free product you get. And I have that one on this page because I messed this up yesterday. So we have 1, 2, 3.
Guys, look at this explanation. This is terrible because of this lighting. It is the busiest diagram I have ever seen. Earn a $100 bonus when you personally introduce products and enroll 3 customers or brand partners who purchase on Subscribe and Save with at least 100 PV. I just need to know if you have to have your own order on this. To qualify for the me and 3 bonuses, you need to have 600 personal team volume. Your personal volume Your PTV is your personal volume plus the PV of your personally enrolled brand partners and customers. So they're not, I'm not seeing that. And I find that really interesting because it's called 3andMe. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all can find it.
We'll break them up into like bottom ranks, like beginner ranks. Then they call them mentor ranks. Then they call them leader ranks. And then they call them global ambassador ranks. So they're kind of broken up into 3 different sections. You see it on this piece of paper. This is like the beginner, next section, next section, next section. Okay. So when you first come into business, you need 100 points and you're a brand partner. That's literally your order. So like everybody who comes into business, that's the way it goes. That's your starting rank. The rank after that is called brand builder. It's 1,000 points. So it's basically selling Happy Juice to 10 different people. When you do that, you'll get $75 in product credits to use next month. Before,
do it, Jenny.
The
Talk about
product
Pruvit
credits that you were capped out. Anyways, I want to talk about before.
It
was not as good as this. I'll tell you that. Okay, so this, and then they got rid of it because they said if they didn't get rid of it, they'd have to go bankrupt. I'm like, whoa, that's literally awful. Okay, so the next,
I'm sorry, did y'all catch that? If they didn't get rid of, I'm assuming what she's talking about is in Pruvit, the way that it used to be, the free product part was that you would get the average of your 2 largest smart ship or auto ship orders in free product credit. And there was no cap. So interesting to hear her say, well, they had to put a limit on that, or otherwise they were going to go bankrupt. I think Pruvit is on its way to bankruptcy. A girl can dream, right? A girl can dream.
rank is called bronze, and you get 200 from bronze all the way up. You get 200 product credits to use every single month. And I have like 864 product credits just literally sitting there. I have so many available. I'm like, what do I even do with all these? So you get 200 free product rewards to use. And this one's just a little bit different. So you get like a whole catalog that you get to pick from. Is anybody actually watching this and following along? I feel like I have so many people that are popping in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But I have a feeling there's like one person that's actually watching the entire thing. Okay, so the way that it works is there's a product catalog, and there's, I don't know, 35 products in there, maybe 36. Definitely in the 30s, okay? It's in that range. I've never counted them, and sometimes they switch them out. You get to choose your products in that, and then each product has different points towards it. So like maybe electrolytes, it's 11, y'all. Maybe electrolytes will be like 30 points, and maybe a GBX Fit will be like 67 points. I don't know. It's based on the price that they are. So when you use 100 points, you just have to pay $10. So every 100 points you earn, you have to pay $10. So I don't even like calling it free product rewards because it's not actually.
Oh, so it's not actually free. Every 100 points in free product, you have to pay $10. Okay.
Free.
I feel like that says a whole lot about the overhead on these products.
Hate that actually says that. So for every 100 points, you have to pay $10. So basically, I get like a bunch of free, it's not free product. I get a bunch of product.
Don't forget to add Scentsy to that list. They have an important court date coming up here in a couple weeks. What is today? The 7th, in a couple weeks.
For a massive discounted price. So basically you're paying cost of it, and that's what you're paying on it. All right. So that covers that. Amazing. Love that. The next thing that was phenomenal to me was the fact that the next, it goes brand partner, brand builder, bronze, and then silver. So that's only silver is only the 4th rank up. Fourth rank up. They start giving you pool shares into the company. The pool shares that they give you, this was a huge green flag to me. They calculate what the pool shares are going to be. So there's 3 types of pool shares. There's the mentor pools, there's the leader pools, and there's the global ambassador pools. So there's 3 different pools. When you hit those pools, you know exactly how much money you're going to make off the pools. So it's the same amount set, and then the next year they reestablish what it is. So it's not a surprise every month. It's literally, you know exactly what you're getting, and that is so mind-blowing to me, but freaking cool. So at silver, you get 1 mentor pool. At gold, you get 3. So gold is the 5th rank up. Platinum is the 6th rank up, and you get 5. Leader
But Dave & Buster's is way more fun.
is the 7th rank up, and you get 2 leader pools. So the leader pools are worth more than the mentor pools. The senior leader, you get 3, and executive leader, you get 5. And then when you hit diamond, you get leader pools and the global ambassador pools. So you get 2 different pools when you hit diamond. So ultimately the goal is to hit diamond, right?
And how many people hit diamond? Not very many. A very small percentage.
So I thought that was amazing. And because in my previous company, you had to beat,
Rank 7.
there were 11 ranks.
Jenny, you know you don't have to think about it that hard. Rank 7, pro champ. It's not that hard.
And at the 7th rank is when they started giving you ownership pools. So I thought that was really cool that at the 4th rank up, they start giving you ownership pools. And you know exactly how much they're going to be. Okay. There's so much more why I switched. Those are
do go on.
One of probably the biggest things that stood out to me.
A few moments
when your
later.
team hits that focus on 5, you also make more money. So you'll make $250
Very good point.
when your team hits it. And then you make another $50 for a retention bonus. So actually focus on 5 is so much more than just the 500. You could potentially earn $800. But the other parts require a team, so I don't really even like talking about those things. Because
They require having a team. Right.
a lot of people just are sellers. They're not team builders. So I like to talk about more to selling than I do like the team building, because team building is something that just naturally happens over time, where selling is something that you can do pretty automatic. You can't control other people, but you can control yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Okay, so the next thing that was really amazing that I loved was something called minimum monthly reward. This is something that's available at those mentor ranks. So silver, gold, and platinum. Those are the mentor ranks. It's called an MMR, minimum monthly reward. And how it works is when you hit silver,
I'm going to pull this up really quick. Hold on. I want to pull up their Amare ranks. No, their income disclosure statement. Let me pull this up. And there's a reason that I want to look at this, because she's throwing around these ranks, and I want to be able to say this many people or this percentage of people in the company have hit that rank. So hang tight for just a second. I can also, let me scroll here. Cue the Jeopardy music, where I went through the income disclosure statement, because I know that it is a small percentage, and I want to be exact on this. So bear with me, you guys. I apologize for not having this prepared. Let me keep going, and then I'll search for this as we're listening.
is basically making $1,000 a month. Okay. Gold is making about $2,000 a month, and platinum's making about $2,500 a month. That's how much money, US dollar, that you will make at those ranks.
Now, that sounds fine and dandy, but that's definitely not reflected on the income disclosure statement that comes directly from the company. So interesting that they're like, oh yeah, you're guaranteed this. Are you? Because that's not what the income disclosure statement shows. I find that fascinating.
When you hit silver for the very first time, I got to make sure I get this right. Okay. 6 months. There it is. And you have 6 months. So you hit silver for the first time. And let's say that you make $2,000 at silver. Okay. And the next month you make $2,300 at silver. I've had people make that at silver. And then let's say on month 3, you don't sell as much and you make $800 at silver. The company will bump you up to $1,000 for the first 6 months that you hit that rank. So for the moment that you hit it, and then you have 6 months. For those 6 months, as long as you hit the rank in those 6 months, they'll bump you up to $1,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, I guess. But only 0.65% of people in the company reach silver. 0.65%. 86.35% of people are at the brand partner, which is what she called the bottom rank, by the way. Ew, the language. Brand builder, 2.15%. Bronze, 1.49%. Silver, 0.65%. So notice how she's picking, hey, at these ranks, which is a very small percentage of people at that rank in this company, according to the company's IDS, she's like, oh, you're guaranteed $1,000. A very small percentage of people are making that. And in fact, the 0.65% of people that are silver are making monthly average compensation of $1,179.65. That's the average. Imagine what the median would look like.
And then at gold, when you hit gold, for those first 6 months, if you make less than $2,000, they'll bump you up to $2,000. Then at platinum, the moment you hit platinum, then that unlocks the 6 months. And so for 6 months, if you make less than $2,500.
And in this example, how many people hit platinum? 0.14%. Come on, Jennie.
At platinum, they bump you up to $2,500. It's called the minimum monthly reward. It's only for 6 months, and it's built to help people build their rank, hit the rank, and maintain income while building that rank. Like, that's just flipping incredible. Okay, the next thing that I loved, and why one of the reasons that I switched, does that make sense to y'all? Is something called Road to Leader and Rise and Reward. So Road to Leader is meant for that silver, gold, platinum, those mentor ranks. When you hit silver, this part was really cool to me. This is part of that all or nothing mindset that I didn't want to be a part of. Still, they have to put some sort of parameters on it, but I loved that it wasn't this part, these next 2 parts. I really love that it wasn't like you have to hit it month after month after month after month, otherwise you don't get it. This part's cool. So when you hit silver 4 times out of 6 months, so the moment you hit silver unlocks the clock for 6 months. When you hit silver 4 times out of those 6 months, you'll get an additional $500.
And let me just say it this way. It doesn't matter what bonuses or what bonus potential she covers. If this were happening, and it was happening more often than not, it would reflect on the income disclosure statement that comes from the company that compiles the different ranks, the average income. It would reflect in the income disclosure statement. It doesn't. And even more importantly, the percentage of people that hit these ranks is very small. So she can sit here and say, oh, this is the potential. This is, they're going to bump you up to this. And she can say all of this. She can talk about the, potential bonuses or trips or whatever that you could earn. That's not reflected here. And that's why these people don't cover this. That's why I knew nothing about income disclosure statements when I was a part of it. Had this been available to me, and I had time to look over it before I joined, I probably wouldn't have joined. Now, we wouldn't be here today on my channel, and I'm grateful for that. But this is important to talk about this stuff. I would love to see her try to defend the income disclosure statement, because I can guarantee you it is going to be covered in victim blaming and shaming. Oh, those people didn't work. They didn't work long enough. They didn't follow the system. They didn't do X, Y, and Z. They were lazy. All the stuff that we hear from people in multi-level marketing, but it's actually the model that sets it up to look just like this. I'm pointing at my phone like you guys can see what I'm pointing at, so I apologize for that. The system is set up this way so that only the people at the top can win. Defend the IDS, Jennie. I dare you.
When you hit gold 4 times out of 6 months, you'll get $1,000. And when you hit platinum 4 times out of the 6 months, it could either be 4 months in a row, or it could be 2.
Sorry, IDS is income disclosure statement. My apologies.
2 months, and then miss 2 months, and then 2 months hit it, you get $2,000. Crazy. And then the next part is rise and reward. Those are for all the other ranks above those mentor ranks. So leader, senior leader, executive leader, diamond, all the diamonds, and then presidential diamond, all the diamonds.
Which is a very, very small percentage of people.
There's 3 diamonds and then presidential. So leader, when you hit it 3 months out of 12 months, even better, you have to hit it less. 3 months, and then you have an entire year to do it. So you can hit it in January, March, and December, and you'll get $3,000.
And how many people are at that rank, Jennie? Oh, you don't know? Let me answer that for you. 0.15% of people are at the leader rank, according to Amare's income disclosure statement.
Senior leader, when you do that 3 months out of the 12 months, you get $5,000.
And how many people are at that rank, Jennie? 0.04%.
And then executive leader, when you hit that 3 months out of the 12 months, you get $7,000.
0.02% are at that rank in the company.
So total, just in these bonuses, I've earned $18,500.
That is an income claim. You can't do that.
So far. The next one is called diamond. I have not hit diamond yet.
That's because only 0.03% of people in the company have hit that rank.
Diamond is my next rank. And so when I hit that 3 months out of 12 months, I'll get $10,000. How cool is that? Well, I think that's enough for today.
Is it ever?
Pretty cool. The consistency with the company is pretty amazing. And I
just think I'm laughing because I think it's so funny that she started with this emotionally charged story about period pain. And I thought that I was getting results from the Primal Queen supplements, and oh, it was actually Amare. Where's the scientific evidence? Oh, it doesn't exist. That's not a thing. And then the rest of it has been about the comp plan. If there were ever a living, breathing example of, oh, the products they're okay, but really it's about recruiting, this is that. This is the example. She has spent over half of this video talking about the comp plan, the fast start bonuses, the team incentives, the rank incentives, all the different incentives for, ranking up in the company. And just, a little while on her emotionally charged story. She's got to tell that emotionally charged story to invite her audience in and to have them lower their defense mechanisms. And then she hits them with the comp plan. Oh, this comp plan was amazing compared to Pruvit. Girl, please.
Love that I know when the sales are going to be. Like Black Friday just hit, and I knew when all the sales were going to be ahead of time. They were not surprises to me. And then the 7 ways to earn. Every company has multiple ways to earn money. I love that they had 7 on this. One of them includes a vacation, which technically you're not making any money, but if you want to go on the vacation, that's amazing to be able to take your family on a vacation, or take your husband on a vacation, or take your best friend on a vacation and not have to pay for any of it. So that's in here.
And I bet that goes on your 1099. You end up paying tax. I bet they put that as a taxable income. Ask for an itemized 1099. It's been a while since I've said that, but when I first started speaking out against MLMs, you have to ask for an itemized 1099. So all this free stuff, a lot of the giveaways or the products and things of that typically goes on a 1099 if you live in the United States, and these people would never know it unless they ask for an itemized 1099, which if you're in an MLM and you're watching this, you should ask. It is January. It is January. And what are you paying tax on? You should ask for that.
And it says vacations of a lifetime. I'm like, oh my gosh, the marketing. But I will tell you, I've never been on a company trip ever. Never, ever. And the people that went to Cabo this last time, they were like, it was a vacation of a lifetime. It was incredible. It was 5-star. We felt so everything seen, important, little details mattered, big details mattered. Like they made them feel very special. So that, to me, that was just like marketing. But then when it really came down to it, they went to it and they felt exactly that way. So I thought that was really cool. So the fast start bonuses is the first way you get paid. The second way is social selling. So you can earn up to 38 commissions on your sales, reoccurring sales. Find me another comp plan that you can make up to 38% on reoccurring orders. And this is another part where it's tiered. So I'll go into that because that's important. I don't want to seem like I don't want to seem like I am misleading by leaving details out. That's not my intention. So these get a...
You don't mean to leave any details out, but you sure aren't covering the income disclosure statement, Jenny, that shows that a very small percentage is going to hit these ranks and make this income that you're claiming. That's a detail people probably should know if you're trying to recruit them into this. Two Sisters and Some Yarn says, Erin needs to warn the knitters to get their potato chip knitting before streams. My bad. My fault.
A little long-winded because I'm telling you the details. I'm not just like leaving it there.
What?
Let me find them. I'm talking about Amare.
This is terrible.
Amare. That's the company I'm with. I probably looked at it and skipped right over it. It's gotta be like right here.
Is she serious?
Boom.
Jenny.
There it is. Okay. So when you sell between, and Happy Juice is 100 points. Just to put it in perspective, I think it's important to understand that when somebody buys Happy Juice, now I have a lot of people that buy the hair care or they buy the skin care, which you should because it's amazing. And they add that onto their Happy Juice. So some orders that I get are 100 points. Some orders I get are 400 points. Some orders I get are 800 points. Depends on what the person orders.
800.
100 points is what Happy Juice is, and that's what the most people order. So that's the example I like to go off of. So if you sell 5 Happy Juices a month, you will make 5% commissions on those 5 for the unilevel orders.
5%?
Unilevel just means they're out of their first 30 days. That's what unilevel means. Okay. The next tier is if you sell, I just lied to you. So if you sell 1 to 4 Happy Juices, you make 5%. When you sell 5 to 9 Happy Juices a month, you're now making 10% commissions on those reorders. So they're orders outside of the first 30 days.
That's garbage.
When you sell 10 to 19 Happy Juices, you are going to be making 15%. When you sell 20 to 29 happy juices a month, you make 20% commissions on reoccurring orders. When you sell 30 to 49 happy juices every month, you make 25% commissions. When you sell 50 to 69 happy juices a month, you make 28% commissions.
50 to 69 happy juice packages in a month, and you make 28%. Do you know how much work it takes to sell an MLM product through social media? The amount of time, energy, creativity, live streams, stories, the amount of work that it takes to sell a product, and I'm talking about when I was in and I got out in 2021, is absurd. These percentages are garbage.
When you sell 70 to 89 happy juices a month, you make 31 commissions. And when you sell 90 and above happy juices a month, you make 38% commissions. I think that part's important because it's one thing for me to say you can make up to 38% commissions. But if you don't know how you make the 38% commissions, that's misleading.
Yeah, and speaking of misleading, how many people on your team, Jennie, are selling that many and earning 38% commission? Because I bet it's not very many. Come on.
My opinion. So explain
Exactly,
that to you.
K-Marie.
It's long-winded, but
Exactly.
I feel like it's important to explain. First-time orders are something different. So a first-time order, when somebody does a first-time order, that's a different commissions that you make. So if you sell 1 to 4 happy juices, hey you, when you sell 1 to 4 happy juices a month, how are the products result oriented? We have
Answer the question, Jennie.
a whole SKU of different products, and all of them give results. Some of them are going to be results that you're going to have to go do blood work for because they're like vitamins and stuff. But our weight loss supplements, you can see the difference. Our skincare, you can notice the difference remarkably way faster than any of our other supplements.
Incorrect. That is all anecdotal. None of that is scientific evidence. What I think this person was asking was, where's the evidence that these products get people results? And notice how she was, and maybe, let me just play devil's advocate. Maybe the question caught her off guard. Perhaps. I get that, right? But if somebody is like, hey, where's the evidence? And the evidence existed, why not say, here's the evidence? Hey, I'll send you the link. Or let me put it in the comments here and I'll pin the comment or whatever so that people can have access to that because the evidence shows that these products do X, Y, and Z. Well, she can't do that because that's not the case, because Amare is heavy on studies on the individual ingredients, not on the products. So I think that's what maybe stunned her there, is she's like, well, scientific studies, they don't exist on the products.
Our digestive support, you'll notice the difference very fast. Our hair care products, I would say those take about a month to really see the difference. You'll see, like if you style your hair and you use the styling products, you're obviously going to see a difference right away. But I'm talking like the shampoo and conditioner. I had chunks of hair that used to fall out, and I no longer have chunks of hair that fall out of my head. And that took...
That was loud, sorry.
A little bit longer. So it just depends. Like we have a kids mood supplement that you'll experience a decrease in a lot of feelings that you're having within 5 minutes of taking it. So
you can't say that. You cannot make that claim. And again, I'm going to double back. This is somebody that used to be an LPN. You can't make these claims. Oh my God. Within 5 minutes, girl.
it depends on what the product is, and it depends on what result is from that product. We don't have just like one product. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
Oh my God.
That's like the best way I can answer that. Depends on what you're using. Not all products are going to give you same results in the same timeline. Okay, so first time orders, when somebody orders a first time, you make a higher commission on first time orders. So if you sell 1 to 4 happy juices a month, you're making 20% commissions. And if you guys may not have been on for this, but when you sell to one person the 1st through the 15th, you get a free product. When you sell to 3 people in the month, you get an additional $100. When you sell to 5 people in a month, new people, you'll get an additional $300. And then when you're going to make 20% commissions on those, so that's a total of $500 US every single month that is reoccurring that you can have, that you can make.
That you can.
All right,
that you can make. But how many people, according to their income disclosure statement, are making $500 in monthly commission before expenses, before they've purchased their own happy juice or any of the other products? Oh, 1.49% of the company. I just want to put this into perspective. I just want to take these claims that she's making, reading from Amare's compensation plan, and compare it to the income disclosure statement so that people understand that it's not the norm, these numbers that she is saying. The real numbers are from the income disclosure statement, which again, I have linked in the video description. But 1.49% have made monthly average compensation $563.87. That is the rank of bronze, and it's 1.49% of the company.
Sell 5 to 9 happy juices a month. Happy juice is another really good question. Happy juice takes, in my opinion, you'll have instant stuff from the mood stuff, but it takes 1 to 3 months to see the real effects of the gut health part of it. So I'm talking about happy juice, so I'll talk about the results of that. You'll make 20% on that.
I imagine that these people, when they see that I'm covering their company, they're like, well, clearly she eats happy juice. No, I don't. I need scientific evidence, please and thank you. That's why the only supplement I take is creatine. Come on.
Let me jump higher. You make 20% off of all these until we get to this tier. So if you sell 30 to 49 happy juices in a month to new people, and social sellers, this is really for you, okay? These are for the people that are social sellers.
Was there a lot of people watching this live, DC? Do you know? I'm just curious.
They are seasoned, they've been doing this, or it's for people that have joined our team and they become seasoned social sellers. So like they may start off and maybe only sell to 1 or 3 people, but as soon as they get the hang of things, that's when they start to sell a lot more every single month, okay? So if you sell 30 to 49 new happy juices every single month, you're making 25% commissions on first time orders.
None of this matters.
When you are selling 50 to 69 happy juices a month, you're making 28% commissions. When you're selling 70 to 89 new happy juices every single month, you're making 31% commissions. And when you're selling 90 plus happy juices every month, you're making 38% commissions. Oh my gosh. Get out of here, you. Jade, you're literally, I'm trying to just copy you, but I have to read off a piece of paper. It's just crazy to me. Literally crazy to me.
Did she say Jade? Do y'all remember Jade from Pruvit, the compliance person? Is she talking about that Jade? I don't know, but it would be kind of funny.
So those are the reasons, those are a lot of the reasons that I switched. I wanted a compensation plan that rewarded the quarter.
Yeah, everybody say hi to Jade from Pruvit in the comments.
Timer, not even the part-timer. I wanted people to get something every single month. So if they hit a rank, they'd get the product credits. Maybe they're just hitting the rank of reoccurring orders, like they don't have any new customers. Well, they're still getting paid and they're still getting free product. That's important to me. Maybe they're bringing in 5 new customers in the month. They're getting that $500 plus the free product. Maybe they're bringing in 1 new customer a month and they get them on the 8th of
Jade could be her upline. Maybe. I don't know.
the month. Then they're getting a free product for the month. Like those things are really important to me. The tiered ability to get things done.
Wait, there was nobody on when she was live? Am I reading that right, DC?
Even our Path to Paradise program is set up exactly like that. So if you get 400 points, And I won't explain what all the points are for, but if you get 400 points, you get to go to Cabo. You get to earn the all-inclusive resort part of it. When you get, I don't want to lie, I think it's 800 points. When you double that, you earn the all-inclusive resort plus $500 in airfare.
And how many people in the company are doing that out of the total number of distributors? That's obviously not going to be on the income disclosure statement, but what is the percentage of people that are earning these types of trips? It is not going to be a large number of people, but they're not going to talk about that because that's too real. Come on.
And then when you get 1,200 points, you earn the 2 people going on the trip plus now $1,000 in flight credits. You can split that between 2 people. You could ride first class and put the other person in coach. It doesn't matter what you do. You get to earn the 2 going on the trip, and you get to earn the $1,000 flight credit. So if your flight is more than $1,000, then you are going to pay something. If your flight is less than $1,000, well, you're in luck. You're fit the budget. So, and it's completely paid for. So I noticed with a lot of other companies,
it's completely paid for unless the $1,000 doesn't, or $2,000 of airline credits doesn't cover it, then you have to come out of pocket, right? Come on.
compensation plans. There were some trips that were completely paid for, but they were more unrealistic to earn. It was kind of like an all or nothing mindset. Either you earn the trip or you don't. I really liked the tiered version so that people, let's say somebody earns a trip at 400 points, they get the opportunity to go if they want to go and they can afford it. But if they can't afford the flight, then they don't need to go, right? Like it's just it's there if you want it, you know? So I really love that. But a lot of the compensation plans that I looked at, it was all or nothing. So it's like you had to do all the things to earn the trip. And if you didn't do all the things, then you didn't earn it. Or a lot of them were like, you earn the right to go on the trip, but we don't pay for anything, which is what it was like in my last company, which is why I've never, ever gone on a company trip before, because you ain't gonna catch me earning the right to go on a trip that I have to pay 100% for to hang out with people I don't want to hang out with. Like, you never caught me on a company trip. I never wasted my money doing that.
Imagine what she would have seen had she gone on those company trips.
I always went on my own vacations, or I take my team on vacations. Like, I would go and do that, but I never went on a company trip. Well, that's it. Those are some of the reasons I switched. And now I'm going to go do this live on Facebook. Bye, guys.
Okay, goodbye. I just had a random memory pop up. I was at one of Pruvit's award ceremony called Epic. I can't remember what this was called, but there was this small group of people that Brian Underwood, I guess, handpicked to be part of this leadership board or something. I want to say it was called the Inner Circle. I could be wrong. And she was one of those people. And so it just makes me wonder what she has seen. That's what that random moment was making me think. As she was like, I never went on the company trips. I don't even like those people. Oh, but you were part of the Inner Circle. You didn't see anything, Jenny? Okay. All right. Anyways. All that, and then she went live on Facebook. Imagine if she used something like StreamYard to stream on multiple platforms at once. Imagine the time it would save her. Wild. Wild thought. There weren't a lot of any when she was live, but she deleted the live on Instagram, so I can't check when I just went back now. Oh, she deleted it probably because nobody watched it. I love that. DC, thank you for sharing this with me. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, she's lucky she didn't go on the trips, right? Oi, that was a lot. So she changed multiple variables at once when we're talking about drinking Happy Juice and also taking Primal Queen. She reassigned benefits based on her feelings, in my opinion. She used medical language inaccurately, and she openly admitted the business opportunity was the real motivator for her joining Amare and leaving Pruvit. Now, when you combine all of that with the company's own income disclosure statement, as I have provided in the video description, as we have covered at great lengths tonight, as she was making these income claims, you could make this, you could make that. Yeah, but they're not. They're not. the picture becomes very, very clear. It's not science, it's storytelling that she's doing here or was doing here, designed to sell. If you're dealing with real health issues, please, you guys, especially if we're talking about pain or hormones, mental health, supplements are not a substitute for medical care. You deserve to be heard and listened to. You deserve real scientific evidence. You deserve proper health care. Everybody deserves proper health care. Don't even get me started on that. And you deserve actual evidence. Okay? All right. Oh, that was a lot. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. And join me on the next video. Don't join an MLM though. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Oh, if you have not already liked and subscribed, if you would do that, that would be amazing. And next video is going to be on the financial MLM called B Club. Have y'all heard of it? Shout out to Ava for sending it my way. It's going to be a good time. And then I'm going to work on the Mel Robbins deep dive. So bear with me. No. Was she with all of you before Pruvit? I don't think so. But Jesse Lee was connected to Josh from back in the day. Josh is Jennie's boyfriend, fiance, husband. I'm not really sure. So that's how all of that happened. Okay. All right. Appreciate y'all. Have a good evening. I'm going to go have some pozole, and I hope you have your favorite meal, your favorite snack, favorite drink, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.